So in this constitutional design, we are moving forward. Next question after that, formation or completion of the constitution. So the next question in front of us, that why we accept it after the approx 70 years, still we are continuing with the same constitution. So what the reasons behind it? So what the reasons? That firstly, I noted down some points. I tried to make the exactly 5 points so it could be easier to complete the 5-mark question, right? So first point, you may show drafting and formation was done by elected assembly, because the drafting constituent assembly was there, and for the that assembly was elected by the people. So that's why those who formulate the constitution, those were elected by us. Us means that period of time elected by the Indian citizen. So that's why we are agree and we support it. Secondly, it represented the people of India. That assembly was not a member of a particular other country like the British government earlier decided or taken all the decision, but it was that constituent assembly represented the people of India. So we are agree with it. Thirdly, the constitution does not reflect the views of its member alone. In fact, it expresses a broad conscience of its time. Means what the ideology was going on and their experiences were reflected through this. Not only the idea or ideology or the opinion or view of only one person or the few person. In fact, it was the combined opinion. It represented the member of different social and religious group, right? Means that group was included with the all religious community without any discrimination. Fifth is there was constituent assembly debate. What is constituent assembly debate? Means whatever the discussion was going on continuously when they meet formally. For how many days they meet formally? 114 days. So continuously that formal 114 days, whatever the discussion, whatever the words, every work was recorded and preserved. That was known as constituent assembly debate. Okay, so that's because of all these reasons, still after the 60-70 years later, we are continuing with the same constitution without any complaint. And time to time, if required, new amendments were there, or at present also continuously this is the process or provision given in the constitution. If required, some new laws could be easily added there. So giving you a short note also about the constituent assembly debate. So what is the constituent assembly debate is given to you here, that whatever it was, the discussion basically took place in formation of constitution. Several rounds through the discussion took place on the draft constitution, clause by clause. More than 2000 amendments were considered. That was during the making process. यानी जब बन रहा था कई बार उसमें changes हुए. Once when they decided a provision, again they change it. So in this way, more than 2000 amendments were done. Then after it was finalized in 1949. The member deliberated for 114 days, spread over 3 years, and every work and word spoken has been recorded and preserved, which is called the Constituent Assembly debate. Okay, so this is about the Constituent Assembly debate. After that, moving forward, about the guiding values of the Indian Constitution. If I talk about the guiding values of the Indian Constitution, you can see is shown to you in the preamble of the Constitution is giving you. Guiding values are introduced here. You can go through it. That basically so many opinions, ideas or ideology of the different leader, which basically reflect the philosophy of our Indian Constitution. These guiding values are shown. You have given the ideology of some of the leaders also in the book. Go through with the notes written or given by a particular leader, what their ideology, what their thought, what their opinion is introduced here. You have shown the preamble. Two preamble are shown to you here. First is the preamble of South Africa, and secondly the preamble of our country India. What do you mean by preamble? This is also important question. What is preamble? So you can see here at the top a very nice line or exact answer is given you here. You can carry this one if the question is what is preamble. Define the preamble. So what is it? The constitution begins with a short statement of its basic value. This is called the preamble to the constitution, right? So you can see in your own book also, आपकी book में starting में ही दिया रहता है ना preface. So similarly, a constitution also start with the introductory page, which basically reflect the philosophy of the complete constitution is known as the preamble. So we have given the preamble of the South Africa and we have given the preamble of our Indian constitution. You read this preamble of the Indian constitution, the first introductory page of our Indian constitution, and in this preamble all the highlighted words are basically considered as the principle of the constitution. These are known as the guiding values of the constitution, okay, and consider as which reflect the philosophy of the constitution. So here we talk about all the guiding values. These guiding values we have given we the people of India, that the guiding values, which words are the key words, which words are the guiding values words, that is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So these all are the such particular words which reflect the philosophy. Each words have a long meaning or a proper meaning, means whatever the constitution giving, what the rights, authority, duties, whatever is given and under a law, or what the provisions are given there, these all are based on these philosophy, on the basis of these guiding values. Okay. Then finally you have institutional design, that our institutional design for this also our leader got information from the British system, that how they run the court system, what was their legislative system, how they manage the other formation or the government or the level, that all thing some of the member when they work with the British government they got a good experiences, and accordingly they formulated that the proper institutional design for our country also. In our country you have learned that the three different level of the country, central government, state government, and now local level of government, which was earlier not. That local level of government after 1992 introduced here. Okay, earlier it was central and state government only during the 1950. Similarly, the different branches which you learn as the different organs of the government, or the separation of the power as a legislature, executive and judiciary enjoying the separate power, different authorities are given to them. So such institutional design is also properly formulated and explained also with the duties and functionaries. And finally, I would like to discuss the main saline features of the Indian Constitution. It's a very important question also for the long answer. So I have mentioned here directly the points. So what are the saline features of our Indian Constitution? तो वो कौन से features हैं? So these main characteristics are: first, this is our Indian Constitution is a written and lengthy constitution. Written form में है, and it is the biggest and the very good or the lengthy constitution, known as a lengthy constitution of the world. Secondly, here we are following a parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government, it's clear to you, where the elected representative reach in the parliament, then after the formation of the government is there, and the discussions are or decisions are taken there after discussion or debate. Fundamental rights and duties are also mentioned in our constitution. We have given a federal form of government. What is federal form, ma'am? Federal form yani central government, state government and local government. These level of government is known as federal. Federal means where the local government is not the subordinate. ओके, यानी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की अलग पावर्स हैं, अलग एरियाज हैं, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के अलग एरियाज हैं, तो दोनों लेवल्स की अपनी अलग पावर और अलग एरियाज हैं. इस सिस्टम को हम बोलते हैं फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. सो इन इंडिया वी आर फॉलोइंग फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. These all features you learn under the preamble. Indian Constitution is partly rigid and partly flexible. What is the means of it? Partly rigid because nobody can make any change in the Constitution. No leader, no minister, as a single person, nobody could make any change. At the same time, partly flexible also. If it is required, if the 1/3 people of the or 80% of the MPs are ready regarding to any new bill or law or new changes in the constitution, then it could be considered through the proper parliamentary process. Okay, so it's not easy to make the change, but if required, it could be done as in a combined form after discussion. Independent judiciary is also there. There is a provision of independent judiciary. Judiciary enjoy the supreme power in our country and take the free decision. Universal adult franchise option is there. What is universal adult franchise? It is a system where all the people of the country above the age of 18 enjoying equal voting right without any discrimination of reason, religion, caste or gender. It's called universal adult franchise. So this provision is also given in our Indian Constitution. There is a special provision for STs and SCs because these were earlier, that period of time, 1950, these classes were known as the weaker section of the society, not treated equally. So provide them equal access in the society. Some reservation were also granted to them. So some special provisions and single citizenship. So province wise we are not divided now, state wise. In fact, we all are combinedly known as Indian citizen. That what is our citizenship? That is Indian. So all these are the main features in the Indian Constitution, right? So this is all about the chapter that we completed here, and you learn, understand properly, go through your book also along with these the some main points I have given you as in a very short and to the point notes related to the chapter. Okay, next question answers will be continue, or I will post question answers which you need to write in your copy. All these notes you may keep with you. It's your choice that you write it in your practice copy. Okay, not in fair copy. ये notes फॉर्म में वीडियो जो मैं इंट्रोड्यूस की हूँ, जो भी आपके लिए लिखी हूँ, यू मे कीप इट विद यू. बेटर इज दैट राइट डाउन, इट विल बी इन योर प्रैक्टिस एंड यू मे श्योरली लर्न इट. ठीक है, एक बार लिखेंगे तो ऑफकोर्स आपको याद भी होगा. सो यू कैन राइट in your practice copy, but no need to write in your fair copy. This is for your better understanding and for better learning of the chapter only. Okay, so you may do these notes in your practice copy.